Here's how I hit my head and turned into snow. First, I filmed myself smashing my face into the table. I used a pillow for safety, but replaced it with my reflection. Then I threw some actual snow onto the table while leaving my hat where I hit my head. I stacked all of those elements on top of each other. This video works pretty well as a direct cut, but I added in some sneaky hat positions to make this cut butter smooth. If your eye has something to follow, you won't notice the editing. To prove this point, here's my failed first attempt without the hat. Lastly, I was a good boy and cleaned up all the snow. Movie magic. Here's how I made myself fall and turn into a bunch of balloons. First, I filmed myself falling safely onto some cushions. I removed the cushions and replaced them with video of the floor. When I fell, I put my hands out to catch myself, making this whole part useless, so I needed to recreate my upper body. I cut out some of these frames and placed them onto my falling legs, rebuilding the entire fall. For the hit, I laid face down on the ground. Then I placed a bunch of balloons in the same shape as my body and blew them around with a fan. The trickiest part was blending myself with the balloons, which I kind of did randomly. But I knew you'd probably be looking at my face, so I left my hair in for a few frames to give your eye something to track. I didn't like how all the balloons moved across the floor, so I filmed a separate balloon with some up and down bounce and added that back in. Movie magic. Here's how I made myself jump and turn into a pumpkin. First, I filmed myself jumping many times. I tried my best to have only my back show to the camera. I used that jump to line up where the pumpkin should go. Then, I matched the pumpkin to the jump and dropped it to the ground. Here's what the two shots look like with a direct cut. Not so smooth. So I added my arms and legs tucking into the pumpkin after the cut, and faded in the pumpkin before the cut. It's important that your eye can follow something like my feet during the transition. I realized that you never actually see me as a whole pumpkin, so I added pumpkins into the scene to get you thinking about pumpkins before I jump. Movie magic. Here's how I made it look like I was stepping into an impossibly small box. The secret is that the big box is there the whole time and I mask it out. There's no reason for you to be looking back there, so this editing is invisible. I actually put magnets in the table in the small box so that I could always place it in the perfect spot. So what to do about the small box? I had my wife steal it away. And that's all hidden by freezing the right side of the frame. To complete the illusion, I blend the two boxes together. I thought falling off the table would be a fun ending, so I did my best stuntman and combined that with the small box being pulled by a string. Movie magic.